Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Looking at the NBA slate in this one, we have a 10-game slate today, 7 o'clock start. Let's get into it. Happy Friday. As always, appreciate if you guys to the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Season is about a couple weeks away, regular season. About a lot of these teams have 5 or 6 games left. And then we have the play-in tournament, which will be fun. But looking at this one, we have a couple of studs at point guard. You have Luka Doncic, who's $10,900. He's been playing good. He's been playing without Porzingis. Struggled a little bit last night. He was on fire in the first half. Had 19 points scored. Had like 5 threes in the first quarter, I think. He was playing great. Slowed down a little bit. Porzingis isn't expected to play, so definitely think you can go to him if you wanted to. You are going to have a ton of value on the slate. Thank you to the Houston Rockets for supplying that. Just looking at this team, they are an absolute mess in terms of injuries. All the questionable players, even if they play, they could be down to just 8 guys here. The ones that we do know are going to play, that should play a bunch of minutes, are point guard Armani Brooks should play a bunch. He's $3,900, no Kevin Porter. You're going to get a lot of minutes for KJ Martin. I wouldn't be shocked if he starts. He should start if Wood or Olynyk miss. If both of those guys are in, might come off the bench, but he should still play big minutes anyways if they only have 7 or 8 guys active. So he looks pretty good at $4,700. And then you have Lamb at $3,400. So right now, assuming like 1 or 2 of these, Wood or Olynyk, don't play today, if they both don't play, then they probably don't have enough bodies. They could just have one of them active and just play 7 guys instead. But don't really know until we get some news on those guys. I would have loved to get to the guys that we do know are healthy, like Brooks, Lamb, Martin. All 3 are super cheap. They're going to just have to play a bunch of minutes. Like Martin played 43 minutes or 44 minutes last game, put up 50 spot. We saw Lamb play a lot off the bench. He played 36. They only ran 7 guys last game. And they could be looking at something similar today. So definitely want to get to a couple of these Rockets value plays. And then point guard, other guys that I do like here are Garland is out again, but I'm not going to pay 87 for Sexton. I'd rather go to LaMelo Ball. There's no Brandon Ingram today, so not LaMelo. I meant Lonzo Ball is the one I want. He's $8,100. No Ingram, so you're going to see just Lonzo and Zion just have to benefit and just get more usage and more shots because Ingram is a high usage player. Not the best matchup against Philly, but Lonzo's been playing a lot better. He's been getting you assists, rebounding, steals, scoring at a high clip. He should take like 20 shots today if he wants to without Ingram. So really like to get to Lonzo Ball. At center here, you can go up for Giannis might rest today, or he might only play 3 quarters. I don't see how this game stays close. I'm going to go down to, there's already ruled out Wendell Carter Jr. for tonight's game, so Mo Bamba at only $6,100. Looks to be pretty tough to get away from. He had a monster third quarter last game where he got most of his fantasy points. He had like 5 or 6, probably had like 5 stocks in that quarter alone. He looks great, double-double machine. He's going to get another double-double today easily against this undersized, they still have size. They have Biyombo and Zeller, but if they run Washington at the 5 for a bunch, Bamba should absolutely feast. And then we can definitely pay up for some guys here just because we have 79 plus left. So for that reason, I'm just going to throw in Luka in the mix because I'm going to be able to pay up for some studs with all the value that we have. There's a couple of studs. We have Giannis, who might not play a ton. Jokic, tough matchup against Utah, but he's going to just have to do a lot just with how limited they are on body, so he looks fine. And then Embiid, you can play him if you wanted to, but I just feel good about going Luka Doncic. And then Tatum, playing without Jaylen Brown, he looks very good. As well, he should continue to get you tons of usage. And then Kemba was on fire last game. $7,600 for him. Only played like 28 minutes. He looks good. If you wanted to go to him against the Bulls here at a very good price tag. So, pretty quick rundown here. Those are the main guys. If you wanted to look at any sort of value plays here, besides the Rockets value, if you scroll down below $4,000 here, we have a couple that look somewhat appealing. We have like Patrick Williams sitting at $4,000 exactly. Looks like Davis said he will play. If that changes, then we would have to look to like Kuzma, Markieff Morris. All those guys would look better, but Davis said he's going to play, so hopefully that he kind of stays true to that. And then they are going to be without Steven Adams, who's doubtful. So then Hernan Gomez, he's 49. Tough matchup against Embiid. or he's 5K. He's a tough matchup against Embiid. You could look at Hayes instead at $3,500 as a better value, but we'll see. So that's kind of it for this one. Kind of know exactly what I want to do on this slate. I'm not going to pay like 98 for Levine or 89 for Chris Middleton or 87 for Sexton. I'd rather go to some value than go up for the studs that we have on the slate. So that's kind of it. Like Campazzo at 51 looks good just because he's going to play a ton of minutes. They don't have very many point guards on that are active besides him and then Austin Rivers. And then that's the Kings side. Buddy Hield is kind of priced up. He's still playable at 8,000. I'd rather go to maybe go down to DeLon Wright, who's been a machine in getting you stocks. And then you have Marvin Bagley, also looks great in case, looks good anyways. If Fox is out, he will look even better. So that's it for the quick rundown for this one. Kind of touched on all the plays that I like the most. Let's go ahead and jump over to FanDuel. Okay, on FanDuel here, point guard plays. Definitely go up to Luka if you wanted to. He's 10-9. Other guys that look appealing are definitely Lonzo Ball at $8,200, just without Brandon Ingram. I like him a little bit more than Drew Holiday. You can go to Kemba if you wanted to. He's only $7,600. And then DeLon Wright's kind of been priced up. He's still playable at $7,000, but definitely not as much of a lock as he was before. Campazzo is fine. Like him a little bit more on DraftKings. And we'll have to see if Butler plays or not. If he's out, then we would look to Dragic/Nunn. And then I don't think I need to go this cheap at point guard. So if I wanted to pay up a bit, I think Lonzo looks very good just without Brandon Ingram today. At shooting guard, Levine is fine at 94. He was limited a bit yesterday. Might be limited again today. We'll see. They also won by a bunch, so they didn't have to push him much in the second half. I'd rather save a little bit of money. Think you can go down to, if there is no Devontae Graham, then Rozier would be such a good play against Orlando at $6,200. Even if Graham plays, I like Rozier at that price tag. And then you have potentially could look to a Bledsoe. But then you also have Armani Brooks is just super affordable at $3,800. Just going to have to play a bunch of minutes today. Small forward, not really looking at Edwards. He looked great last game, but 88 is a tough match. Tough price tag. Especially if Butler plays, you'll probably be on Edwards. Tough matchup there. Rather go to Kevin or Michael Porter at $7,300. And then we can go to even cheaper plays like Bogdanovic at only 57. He's been playing good basketball. Kyle Kuzma at 55. If he looks good, but if Davis plays, that hurts him a little bit. And then if you wanted to go cheap, you can go to Josh Richardson. And you have a Najee Marshall at $4,300. And then a Daquan Jeffries, $4,100. Marshall might start in place of Brandon Ingram. He's been playing good anyways. And then Jeffries might just have to play a ton of minutes. Right now I have Marshall here. Could definitely go to Jeffries instead if they are without Wood/Olynyk or both of them. Moving on to power forward, you can go up for a Giannis or Tatum. You can go to Zion also at 96. Him and Lonzo are just going to benefit a lot without Brandon Ingram in terms of usage. Bagley is $7K, so might save a little bit of money. Martin looks good, $5,600. Especially if one of Wood or Olynyk sit, if both sit, it would be a lock. Even if both are play, you should play a bunch of minutes just because they might only have 8 guys active, even if Olynyk and Wood play. And then for value, it's nothing that I'm looking at too much unless we get some injury news on the slate. I'd rather spend up over at least 5K plus on power forward spots. And then at center, you can go to a Jokic is 11-2, so you might want to save some money and go to a Vooch or a Joel Embiid, $9,600. If Olynyk plays and there's no Christian Wood, he would look great at $8,000 just because he's going to play 40 minutes. And then Mo Bamba is $6,900. He's playable, but he doesn't look as good as he does on DraftKings. And then if you needed to go to a punt play here, it would be for Hernan Gomez, $4,900. We'll see what they decide to do. So right now, assuming Olynyk plays, just plug him in here at $8,000. Still leaves it with 75 plus, but it's probably Olynyk, or I might go down to a Bamba at $6,900. So that's it for this one. We're going to have to wait and see on the Houston news. That's going to be definitely a big piece of news on the slate. Right now, I'm looking at the Pelicans players, especially Lonzo looks great on both sites, and then Marshall as a value play, and then Zion, obviously. But that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Best of luck today, and we'll see you all next time.